Okay, we're going to do a quick little retail rip here. We got 1, 2, 3 blasters. That's 3 blasters. If you watched the last video, you saw that I have, what should I call it? A method for detecting case hits. But so far, it appears that that method for case hits really only applies to these Blazers cards. I've pulled 3. Unfortunately, 1 was off camera. But I am 3 for 3 on predicting case hits at this point. I don't think that any of these boxes have case hits in them, but they could have a case hit in them because it could not be a Blazer. It could totally mess up my thought process that I talked about in the last video, and that's why we're opening these packs. I have a ton of them. I have over 20 more blasters to open, and that's before we get into the full retail boxes, the hobby boxes, any of that. 2022 Optic is what I've been waiting for, so we are full in on Optic this year. And like I've said before, we're going to go back to 2021 Optic when we're done with 2022. So if you like the channel, feel free to like and subscribe, but come back if you want to see 2021 Optic get just ripped open mercilessly. The packs are expensive, and I'm just gonna rip it. I'm just gonna buy it, get it here, rip it. With that, I want to say that tonight we're going to do a different format for the video. I'm a music maker, and my boy is a music maker, and so for the openings of the case, unless it's a major hit or a big hit, you're not going to hear anything other than my boy's music. So sit back, relax, throw on some headphones, and enjoy the tracks. It's all instrumentals. None of his material with any lyrics are going to be presented, but if you want to check it out, there will be a link in the description. Also, a big shout out, these 2 Blazers right here, the Jalen Hurts and the Patrick Mahomes, are going to go off for grading next week, which at the time of recording, we are just prior to Father's Day, and this video will probably get published far after that because I am way behind on editing, and I'm brand new to editing, but that's part of the process of getting this channel built. So these guys are going to go off to grading. I went to one of the local card shops, my favorite, and talked to the guy there, and he actually had some Blazers on hand that he had picked up at a card show, and he compared these cards against those cards and basically said yes, he would send these off to grading. So we're going to go with his advice and send these off, and hopefully we'll have some of the first PSA 10 Blazers that come back. That would be the hope, obviously. If you're going to send them off for grading, you want a 10. So we're going to take his advice and send them off. It's a good shop. It's called Heroes. It's in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And I love the shop. The staff there is fantastic. Also, while we're doing shout outs, Sammy Walton is the creator of the music that you'll hear if editing goes according to plan. And again, everything will be in the description for him if you want to check him out. And further shout outs, I have another brother aside from Sammy Walton who owns a card shop in Raleigh, North Carolina. It is called Oak City, and he's a really good guy. He's got one of the best Nolan Ryan collections ever, I think, is what is collected, is Nolan Ryan. I could be off on that, but he's got a really, really amazing collection and a really great store and a number of products that are available. And he's just a really good dude. I've known him for a long time, and well, if you're looking for a card shop to hit up, either locally or via the phone, or maybe the internet, Oak City in Raleigh. The guy's name is Wes. He's the owner. He's my brother, and he's a good dude. So hit him up. Without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and rip, and I'm gonna let the music just kick in. Pierce, Brady Rookie, George Pickens, another rookie there. Okay, we'll sort those around. No major hits. I like Pierce, I like wide receiver though. Kenny Pickett on the rookies. That's a nice one there. Romeo Dobbs. Skylar Thompson. Blaster number 3. Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy on the base. That's number 5. Number 5 for Brock Purdy on the base. For me, I think it's the 5th one I pulled. He's getting pretty common. It's, you know, it sucks because you're really excited to pull a Brock Purdy, and then you pull so many of them, and then you're like, oh, okay, maybe it's not such a big deal to pull a Brock Purdy when you've been struggling to pull him through other sets. So he may be a little inflated in Optic. I don't know. You know, we like Brock Purdy, or at least I like Brock Purdy, and I really hope he does well this year. I really do. I hope he has a great year. I hope his value only goes up. Not just because I'm holding on to a lot of him, but because it's a great story, and I mean, who wouldn't like to see the kid do well, you know? Back to the show. Ooh, Kenny Pickett, Alontae Taylor on the last pack mojo. Just a little bit of last pack mojo. Come on. Give us an auto or a down zero. I wouldn't even be mad if you missed your nothing. Came on Thibodeau. All right, so a little recap. For the inserts, we had a My House, TJ Watt, Josh Allen Dominators, Aiden Hutchinson Rising Suns. It's a nice card. Legendary logos, we had an Austin Eckler for the Chargers. That's a nice card. Kenny Pickett on the rookies, and these will all get sleeved, don't worry. Diamond Hands, Jamar Chase. And I'm pretty sure none of these are actually duplicates for me, which is great because I have a lot of optics. So the fact that those are not duplicates, fantastic. We had a good bit of rated rookies. You know, nothing super notable. I think almost all of these, if not every single one of these, is a duplicate for me. I'm pretty close to having a full set. And I'd say I'm about 60% to having 2 full sets of the base cards. On the holo, Kayvon Thibodeau, Aaron Donald, Rashad Keontae, Eazy-E on the pink, and Tom Brady on the holo, which I think is my first Tom Brady on the holo. That might be a nice card, I don't know. Ty Chandler on the pink, Peyton Manning, silver, Trayvon and Romeo on the pink, Tyreek Hill on the holo, Tyler on the pink, Dak on the holo, which I think is a duplicate for me, Alec Pierce on the pink, which I'm positive is a duplicate for me, but that's fine. You know, a nice set of parallels there. We had some good cards, and then we also had Kenny Pickett on the pink. You know, the centering on these things is super tough just because of the way the cards are outlined. But overall, good looking Kenny Pickett on the pink. I do not have Kenny Pickett on the pink. So now I do. We have Brock Purdy base again for the 5th time, I think, or 6th time, something like that. So a lot of Brock Purdy base rookies. If he does well, I'll do well. No case hits, but that is okay. That makes me feel better about my theory, my method, which was in the last video. You know, I honestly would have liked some more data to give me more information, but this is essentially more data that confirms my theory on the case hits. And as I continue to open and find blasters that match my theory and blasters that don't, I will continue to test my theory.